All right, so welcome everyone. I know you people are logging on from around the world. Welcome wherever you are. It's great to have you here. I'm just going to turn my camera on for about 30 seconds to introduce myself. You should see me pop up in the corner somewhere there. Helena, I don't know if you're available or not. But today's webinar is, it's really, really important. It's creating a mindset for business success. How do you achieve balance, perpetual motivation? Perpetual motivation is not the can of Red Bull that you take a quick fizz and you buzz around for 10 minutes and then go flat. Perpetual motivation is what strategies you put in place to keep you going regardless of situations in your life. And the other thing is so that you're guilt-free, happy, but still achieve your goals. And I'm going to tell you why this is so important. It's not a whole lot of fairy floss. So who am I? I'm Luke Fatoris. I run Renovate My Business with Helena, who you can see. And our business is all about helping you build a successful business and sharing that journey with you. We focus on the entire aspect of the building process, not just sales, marketing, growth strategies, but also mindset strategies, which what today is all about. And I believe it is probably more important than all the other strategies, because I think the biggest problem with business owners that we deal with, and I've been through this since I was 23, is the stuff that goes on in your head. And you've got to get it under control, otherwise nothing ever happens. Okay, so why am I doing this webinar? Well, there are two parts in life. There's the brain and then there's the brawl. And these are the doing strategies and the mindset strategies. Just when you're trying to lose weight or quit smoking, like losing weight is not about the diet. It's the shift in your mindset to make the change. It's the commitment to that change. And it's that change that's the very difficult part. And that commitment means a change in lifestyle. And that change begins in your brain. So learning to be successful in business is exactly the same. You can have the best strategies in the world for sales and marketing, growth and digital and websites and all this stuff. And you can be the best professor of knowledge and business strategies. But if you are subconsciously sabotaging yourself along the way, nothing is going to change. You're never going to see results. And that is why most people in business give up. They struggle, they burn out, they are desperately unhappy with the daily stress and the constant grind. And they are a slave to their business. And what do most do? Well, most do nothing. But a lot of people, they then take a new course, they buy a new book, and they think that's going to fix the problem. But what they should be working on is the mindset strategies for success. And that's what today's webinar is all about. So here's what I'm going to be covering. Why are there so many people stressed in today's business world? And it's worse than ever before. And how do you not get caught up, like everyone else? What barrier separates successful people from everyday dreamers? And again, this is very important. Successful people all have common traits. Unsuccessful people all have common traits. So find out what you have and what you need to change. We're going to look at the 5 steps to creating the right balance. Now, this is also really important. I see so many gurus or experts or wizards out there telling people all you have to do is all this positive thinking stuff and you just got to visualize and the money just happens. It's all absolute rubbish. We all know this. You have to take massive action to set yourself up. Then you can relax, not before. But the trick is to enjoy the journey and find a balance that actually gets you results and allows you to be happy and guilt-free from neglecting those around you while you are ferociously involved in building your business. So we also look at my $12 million mistake, how I started out with $800, built a $12 million business in 5 years and then lost a lot. My comeback strategy, what changes did I have to make mentally to do this journey again? And how then do I use my formula that I'm teaching you today to create another 4 successful businesses? Now this word success, this is the key to today. What does success really mean? And this is where I think the philosophies that I teach are very, very different from other experts out there. Because here's what most people think success looks like, is what you see on the screen. You know, if you look at the plane and the fancy shoes and the funny haircuts and all these things, the rich and famous, and people associate success with, you know, I've got lots of money, therefore I'm successful. But I know lots of people who have lots of money and they're very unhappy in their lives. They have health issues. Because they're so stressed. They don't look after themselves. They're divorced, unhappily married. Their kids are a disaster. Their family's broken. But because they have money and they take a picture like this, people think this is success. I also know lots of people who pretend they have lots of money, but they are piled to the hilt with debt. They're trying to look rich, and in the process of trying to look rich, are actually going bankrupt because they want to be seen like this in the photo here. They want to be seen as successful. It's very, very important for them in their lives. So the principles that we teach, and basically the principles I've now lived my life on and have for the last, 15, 20 years. I started out trying to be this person in the picture, obviously not the girl, but someone who looks like someone there that's got this. For me was what I believe success meant in life. And what we're going to learn about today is why this actually is not what you should be doing and why this causes so much stress in your lives. So this is perceived success. And I went through this madness, is probably the best word, in my early days, and it cost me dearly, which I'm going to share with you. So we have three lives. We have our family life, we have our spiritual life, and we have our financial lives. Now, there's other versions of this. Some people just put up 7. That's fine. They've got personal and you've got career and all that. This is my simplified version, and this is how I live my life. This is the strategies I believe create balance in your life. Now, these topics alone, these are full-day workshops. I cover these in my conferences and masterminds, but for today, I'm giving you the very simplified version because this is a journey that we do together. It's building a business is just not just about business strategies. So this is where I live. This is beautiful Burleigh Heads where I live. Now, this didn't happen. This has been a journey that started many, many years ago. I've lived in 3 countries. I came from South Africa. Most of you all know South Africa is a fiasco now. I had to move to New Zealand. I had to start there, and eventually I ended up on the Gold Coast of Australia. And my house is about 300 meters back from this big building right here. But this is my life. This is the journey I chose. And what you don't see in this picture is Ferraris and fancy shoes and all the other rubbish that you think makes you happy. This is like basic nature where my family and my friends enjoy ourselves. This is a journey that I've chosen through all the strategies I'm teaching you in business. That's not rubbish. This is like the real stuff of life. So let's have a look at family life. So this is my deck. I'm going to keep talking about this deck later on because it's important. But these are some of my really good friends. This is my family life. My kids, of course, live with me. They're a very important part of my life. And this is like me socializing. You can see I've had way too many bourbons there, which is not what I encourage you to do. But basically, if your home life is a shambles, but your business is making good money, then how can you be successful? You have failed here. This includes you personally. What is your personal calling? Are you living true to yourself, or are you just chasing money at the cost of anything? And that was me as a young kid. So that's why I'm telling you all this, because I've been through all this madness. The second one is your spiritual life. Now, I'm not telling you what to do, what to believe in, or what not to believe in. That's your deal. What I'm telling you, the spiritual side is you internally, is you need time alone to neutralize yourself, to get rid of the chaos and the madness. You have to have some way of bringing yourself peace. Otherwise, you will go mad and you will never be happy. This is my beach that I go to. It's a couple of 100 meters from my house. I go here almost every single morning, even in winter. You can see I've got a jersey on here, or jumper. And I go down there for just like 20 minutes. I usually swim in the sea, but I just sit and basically get stillness. Now, you don't have to go to the beach. You can go to the forest. You can go to the park. You can sit in your lounge with meditation music. Whatever it is that gives you a bit of peace in your life. But you have to have this practice. Otherwise, the influences of outside will drive you mad. You have to have a mechanism of controlling that external influence that you don't necessarily want in your life. And this is very, very important process that I've learned in my life. And the final thing is your financial life. Now, I don't care what anyone says, you know, you have to have money in this world to live, right? You have to focus on making money. The number one reason for divorces, suicides, family breakups, if you look at the research, it's financial pressure. But this can't be the sole purpose to say I'm successful. I just want to make lots and lots and lots of money. In my first business, all I knew was trying to make money. I had zero peace. My spiritual life didn't even exist. It was a shambles. Family life, because I was a kid, was not that important. But of course, as I got married and had children, that became very, very important. So the dynamics of me building a business on my journey changed significantly. And for many people that I work with, they don't have the structure and they have a lot of problems in their lives. And then they think their business doesn't work. But the business is actually okay. Their business strategy is actually okay. But they've got all this other stuff going on that's negatively affecting their business. And you're going to have problems. You're going to burn out. It's not going to happen for you. So this is exactly what happened to me. This imbalance between these three things caused me to burn out and implode. So in my first business. So it's very important to make money in today's world. But what's more important is your journey and the people on your journey that are helping you, supporting you, and making money in your business. You don't want to look back on your life and say, what an incredible journey I created for myself. You want to look back on your life and say, what an incredible journey I created for myself and my loved ones. We found happiness on this journey. We are all still here together, enjoying the rewards of because this path that we chose together and we worked on together. As opposed to, well, I've got all these fancy cars and this big house and the boat and all these piles of money and all these shoes. That was a journey, but there wasn't many smiles on that journey. And there are not many people left here who actually was on that journey with me. For me, that's a tragedy. That's not success. And this is the truth of how many people in this world land up. So today, if these strategies, what I'm talking about, resonate with you, then I'm going to show you how you put the structure and actions in place that you can work towards this in your life. So let's begin. So why are there so many stressed people in today's world? Now, there are so many stats everywhere about how business owners today are more stressed than ever before. And the reasons are, there's more competition, the COVID saga, the online shopping influence, blah, blah. Yes, these are all contributors. But here are some of the most profound reasons why so many people get stressed. Social media. People with the perfect life, rich, happy, as you see in this photo, this guy and all his fancy gear and this, and the people look at this, oh my God, I wish I was this guy. It's just absolute rubbish. No one has the perfect life. Everyone has got problems. They all post all this rubbish everywhere over Facebook and Instagram and all these things every day of how wonderful they are. And so what do you normally do? You now start comparing yourself. I don't have a car. I don't have this dude's fancy haircut and his funny glasses and his, all these. I don't have all that stuff. I'm a failure. How do I get there? So this starts putting all this pressure on you. And, what you see is things like this. People with all their Photoshop mansions and their big houses they all live in, and they made money in 10 minutes. If you just buy the system and look at all these people, I earned $150,000 in 3 weeks, and you can too. That's absolute rubbish. No one earns that in that time. Business is a journey. And so what happens here? There's three reasons why people are so stressed. The first thing is these unrealistic expectations that we see every single day on your phone, on your apps, all these clowns promoting all this rubbish. This just causes people to start thinking this is how my life should be and what have I done wrong? And this is basically comparing yourself to this and others. And because there's so much of it and so much rubbish, people start to believe this. And what happens is you start to believe this is the stuff that makes you happy in your life. Because look at these guys, they're smiling, they're sitting on they got all the money and all the things that you think make you happy in life. And what this does is it creates a time pressure capsule for you to live in. Because you think, well, 1 month has passed and I don't have my Ferrari yet. And I haven't made $100,000 and 6 months has passed. And I haven't bought my helicopter yet. It's almost Christmas. But you look at all these successful people doing this every day and you think, my God, I am the failure here. So what happens is, oh, hang on, there's a new advert. There's a new guy saying, here's the silver bullet that no one else has. If you sign up today, then all your problems will be over. And that's what most people do. They go and they sign up for yet another course and another magic bullet. And the cycle continues to go and go and go. Am I right? I am right. I've been doing this building business 25 years and coaching business for 12 years. And I see this every single day. So why does this happen? Why do these magicians who keep offering these wands and magic potions and these wizards, why do they keep doing all this stuff? The answer is because people want instant gratification. They want instant success. And so what these people do, these magicians and these showmen, they just simply tap into this type of mindset. And it's very, very easy to do. This type of mindset is very easy to manipulate. All you have to do is dangle a shiny object and make everything sound easy and quick, because that's what they want to hear. And so how do you break this cycle if you're caught inside this? And how do you ensure that you don't get sucked into this madness like everyone else? Well, I'm going to tell you shortly, and there's 5 steps.